Well, shit. Another one. So this is the truck here, 1984 Chevy c10. Needs lots of work, but the main parts of it were solid, so that's a good start. Frame was good, cab mounts were good, interior's actually really nice. So we're gonna get this door on, but interior needs a good wash, but it's actually really good shape. So I got the door here. The door itself is pretty rough. It will be replaced, but we're just keeping it on now temporarily till we get a new door. The interior piece is actually pretty nice. Needs a bit of work. I don't know whether that can be fixed or if I'll have to go and buy a new one, but we'll see. So I was able to just manhandle the door up there, got 2 bolts started. I'm gonna just tighten it down. I'm not too worried about the gap right now because obviously the door's got to come back off, and I'll set gaps and make it look good when we get the better door. I got the door on now and it's fully tightened down, and actually the gapping's not that bad. It's fairly consistent the whole way actually, but right there it's a little bit screwy, but I'd like that door sucked in a little bit better, but like I said, this is just temporary till we get a good door that's not rotted. Yeah. So next on the to-do list for this truck is clean the interior, see what's what we need to do. Needs a seat for sure. We can maybe cover it, but might be too far gone. It's pretty tough looking. Also got to unload all the parts out of that truck and kind of sort through it, see what we need and see what we got. Well, it's finally time to get started on this project, which means I gotta go and get it in the shop, which isn't gonna be fun. Luckily for me, it's kind of light right now because there's no engine or trans in it, but also I'm the only person here, so I can't really chain to it because no one can steer that, so I'm gonna have to push it. So after about 5 minutes of struggling, I said I'm not pushing this thing. I got the tractor and tow it, so I didn't really need someone to steer it. Would have been nice, but I made it work. So just a miserable day out here today, but after I got it in the shop yesterday, I didn't really film anything. Had to pull it out for the night again, but what I did do is I cleaned up the interior quite a bit. It was really bad before. It still needs a little bit, but it's a lot better than what it was. And the cab is now ready to be lifted off, other than the parking brake cable. I forgot to unhook that last night. So we'll get the cab off, and then we'll start on the frame. damage to the cab or the frame, as best I can tell so far. So yeah, I'll sweep the cab or the frame off, roll her into the shop, and then we'll start tearing her apart. Well, got the frame in. Holy shit, was that a push. Should have just towed it or pushed with the tractor, but for whatever reason I have in my head, I can just push it all, so. Yeah, it is in. I'll just start stripping it down again. So I got the frame stripped down to where I want it. No lines on there, or fuel tanks, nothing. We got the breather still on the diff and the flex line, but that's not a big deal. I was going to peel the bumper off too, but it was being stubborn, so I'll just have to tape it off or something, which is kind of chintzy, but it'll have to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a scraper, scrape all the heavy mud off everywhere. Then I'll roll it outside, give it a quick pressure wash, and then sweep up in here while it's sitting outside. And then we'll start to, I'm going to wire wheel most of it, just because I'm trying to keep costs down, but in spots like that I might have to sandblast it to get it good and clean. The frame has now been washed. It's actually looking pretty good, I'm happy with it. So I'm going to let it drip dry here for a little bit. So at 12:20, so I'll go get some lunch, pick up some primer and some other supplies. Then I'll start cleaning, like wire wheeling it when we get back. So I just got back from town, got some primer and some paint thinner. The guy told me this primer would be enough to do the frame. I said, I'm not a body guy, I don't really know what I'm doing. He also told me I don't need to cut that primer with paint thinner, so I got the paint thinner just to clean up after I'm done, just clean the guns out and everything, so excited to try that out, that'll be cool. The frame here is pretty well dried off for the most part. There's a few little places where it holds the water, like in there, lips in here. So I'm gonna blow that off real quick, start wire wheeling, but before I do any of that, I'm gonna pull this bracket off for the bumper that got bent. I'm gonna strain the frame there. I think the frame has a bit of a tweak in it. Then these brackets, I'm just going to hold on to. If I can find cheap replacement ones, I'll just replace them. If not, I'll heat them up and straighten them out. Well, the bolt heads there are mounted. I guess you can't really see them. So, yeah, those aren't coming off very nice, so I guess we'll just get the torch out and cut them. So got the bumper bracket off. Yeah, I'm just gonna massage that frame straight again. That'll do. So I was out here for a few hours, wire wheeling, got maybe an eighth of the frame done, part of that rear cross member, and then up to about this cab mount. But it's time to shut her down for the night, so I'll be back out here tomorrow.